My child, listen to me now. Do not rush away. I know the world outside is loud, demanding your attention, pulling you in 1,000 different directions, but you are not allowed to skip this. Stay here. I have something specifically for you. Your presence here in this exact moment, listening to these very words, is not an accident. I orchestrated this encounter because I saw your heart searching, and I knew you needed to hear my voice. I have cleared the path for this message to reach you because there is a profound blessing waiting for you, a word of peace that has been customized for your spirit. Put down your worries for just a little while. Silence the notifications of the world. This time is for you and me. I am your creator, and I am calling you into this quiet space to restore your soul. Listen closely, my child, because what I am about to share with you will shift the atmosphere of your life. My child, let us step away from the noise for a moment. I want to lower my voice now to speak to you not just as the creator of the universe, but as your closest confidant, your father, and your greatest friend. Right now, in this sacred, quiet space we are sharing, it is only you and I. There is no one else you need to impress. There is no one else you need to perform for. You can finally lay down the heavy armor you have been wearing all day. Let us peel back the layers right now, my child. I want to talk about the anxiety that grips your chest when you look at your future. I know there are days when the sheer volume of your responsibilities feels like a crushing weight on your lungs. You worry about your finances, your health, your loved ones, and the endless list of tasks that never seems to get shorter. You walk around with a persistent, nagging fear that you are somehow falling behind, that everyone else has figured out a secret to life that you somehow missed. I see you scrolling through the curated, perfect lives of others on screens, only to be met with a hollow ache in your own chest, wondering when it will finally be your turn to experience that kind of unburdened joy. You are living in a society that is hyper-connected, yet I know you have never felt more isolated. I see your profound loneliness. I see the moments you sit in a crowded room, surrounded by people who know your name, yet you feel entirely invisible. They see the smile you paint on your face, but they do not see the silent battles raging in your mind. They do not hear the internal conversations where you harshly critique yourself, where you tear yourself down for every small mistake. I know about the tears you have cried in the shower or in the solitude of your car, simply because you needed a place where no one would ask, "What is wrong?" You hide your pain because you do not want to be a burden to anyone else. You swallow your sadness so that others can be happy. My precious child, you were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your fragile shoulders. I see the beautiful, tender heart you possess, a heart that gives so much to others but is currently starved for affection, for peace, and for true understanding. I know the self-doubt that haunts you in the quiet hours of the night. When the lights go out and the distractions of the day fade, your mind becomes a battlefield. You lie awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying your regrets, your missteps, and your failures. The enemy whispers lies into your spirit, telling you that you are not enough, that you have missed your calling, that you are too broken, too old, or too far gone to ever experience a true miracle. You wonder if you have made too many mistakes for me to bless you. You question your worth, measuring it by the harsh, temporary standards of a broken world. Hear me now, those whispers are lies. You are looking at yourself through the shattered lens of human expectation, but I see you through the flawless lens of my divine, unconditional love. To me, you are a masterpiece, intricately woven, purposefully designed, and infinitely valuable. Your worth is not tied to your productivity, your bank account, or your past mistakes. Your worth was settled the moment I breathed life into your lungs. Yet I know the pain goes deeper still. We must address the heaviest burden of all, the crisis of your faith. Let us bring it into the light, my child, because I am not intimidated by your doubts. I have seen the profound spiritual fatigue that has settled over you. There have been moments, dark and desperate moments, where you have looked up at the sky with a broken heart and asked, "God, are you even there?" I know you have prayed for things with every ounce of faith you had, only to watch the situation fall apart. I know you have begged for healing, for financial breakthrough, for the restoration of a relationship, and felt as though your prayers were just echoing off an empty ceiling. You have watched others receive the very blessings you have been fasting and praying for, and a quiet, agonizing whisper has crept into your soul. Has God forgotten about me? Does He even care about my pain? You have wondered if your faith is just a foolish illusion. You have questioned why a loving God would allow you to endure such relentless storms, such unfair betrayals, such deep, cutting losses. You have felt abandoned in the wilderness, wandering without a compass, wondering if I have turned my back on you because you were not faithful enough, not good enough, or not holy enough. My child, let me hold you right here. Let me wrap my arms around your weary spirit. I do not condemn you for a single one of these thoughts. I do not look down on you in anger or disappointment because you are hurting. When you doubt, when you cry out in frustration, I do not pull away from you. I lean closer. I understand the fragility of your human frame. I know that the pain of living in a fallen world is sometimes too much for a human heart to bear alone. When you wept on the floor, feeling completely abandoned, I was right there beside you, weeping with you, catching every single tear in a bottle. I was holding you when you didn't even have the strength to hold on to your faith. Your doubts do not disqualify you from my love. They are simply the cries of a wounded child needing their father. I see the raw, bleeding edges of your soul. I know about the deeply hidden traumas, the betrayals from people you trusted, the sudden losses that left you gasping for air, and the chronic, lingering aches that you have simply learned to live with. You have been carrying this immense, crushing mountain of emotional baggage for years, desperately trying to smile through the pain. I want you to know today that you are completely, utterly, and perfectly understood. There is not a single facet of your pain that is hidden from my eyes. There is not a single anxious thought that I have not traced to its root. When you feel misunderstood by everyone else in your life, know that I understand you intimately. I know the exact rhythm of your heartbeat. I know the exact flavor of your sorrow. You do not have to pretend with me. You do not have to formulate perfect, eloquent prayers. Sometimes your exhausted sighs, your silent groans, and the quiet streaming of your tears are the most powerful prayers that reach my throne. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to feel broken. You are allowed to rest. Right now, in this holy moment of connection, I am asking you to surrender that heavy armor. Let the walls come down. Let the mask fall away. Allow yourself to feel the comforting warmth of my presence wrapping around your tired mind. I am validating your struggle today. It has been hard. It has been unfairly difficult. You have fought battles that no one else knows about, and you have survived 100% of your worst days. I am so incredibly proud of you for simply not giving up. But you do not have to fight in your own strength anymore. The deep empathy I have for you is not just passive observation. It is an active, rescuing love. I have seen the depths of your despair, and I have descended into those depths to pull you out. I am right here in the trenches with you. Breathe out the heavy, toxic air of self-doubt. Breathe out the stifling pressure of the world's expectations. Breathe in my grace. Breathe in my unconditional acceptance. You are seen. You are known. You are cherished beyond human comprehension. And most importantly, my beloved child, you are never, ever alone. Look at the grand, complex tapestry of your life up to this exact point. Trace the lines of your history, the soaring, sunlit mountains of joy and the deep, shadowed valleys of sorrow where the light seemed to completely vanish. Through every single season, I have been your constant, silent companion. I was there in the hospital waiting rooms when your heart was pounding with fear. I was sitting beside you in the passenger seat of your car during those long, lonely drives when the tears flowed freely down your face. I was there in the quiet hours of the morning when sleep evaded you and panic tried to take hold. I was the silent witness to every struggle you thought you endured in complete isolation. When you celebrated your greatest victories, when laughter spilled from your lips and you felt a genuine, unburdened happiness, it was my divine light reflecting in your smile. And when you walked through your darkest nights, when you felt your spirit failing, when you lost people you loved and they departed from this world leaving an agonizing void in your chest, I was right there. When you wished you could simply close your eyes and fade away from the pain, it was my hand, invisible yet fiercely strong, that held you steady. You have survived every terrible day you thought would break you, not simply because you are resilient, but because I was the invisible shield standing between you and total defeat. I protected you from storms you never even knew were forming. I closed doors that would have led to your destruction, even when you cried over those closed doors. I have always been the anchor holding your small boat steady in the raging oceans of life. Now, I want you to bring your mind back to this very second. Leave the past behind, for it is already washed in my grace. Leave the future alone, for it is safely secured in my hands. I want you to anchor yourself fully in the present moment, right here, right now, with me. Connect with the physical space around you. Notice the quiet rhythm of your own body. Feel the steady, reliable rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. I gave you that breath. Every inhale is a gift of life from me to you. Notice the chair you are sitting on, the couch you are resting against, or the bed that is supporting your tired frame. Feel the solid ground firmly beneath your feet. I want you to become intensely aware of your surroundings because I want you to realize a profound spiritual truth. The room you are in right now is no longer just a room. It has become a sanctuary. Allow a deep, enveloping, supernatural peace to begin washing over your physical space. The stillness you are beginning to feel, that gentle, settling calm in the atmosphere, is not just the absence of worldly noise. It is my active, breathing, healing presence physically filling the room with you. I am not a distant God sitting millions of miles away in the cold expanse of heaven, looking down at you through a telescope. No, my beloved, my spirit is right beside you. I am so close to you that I can feel the beating of your heart. I am wrapping my presence around your weary spirit like a thick, warm, comforting blanket on a freezing winter night. Can you feel the atmosphere shifting? Can you feel the heavy, frantic energy of anxiety beginning to dissipate, melting away like snow under the morning sun? Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Release the tension in your hands. You are completely, utterly, and perfectly safe right now. You are hidden in the shadow of my wings. There is nothing the world can throw at you in this moment that my love cannot instantly dissolve. Drink in this peace. Let it saturate your mind, soothing your frayed nerves and silencing the racing, catastrophic thoughts that usually plague you. In this holy pause, I want to ask you to do something for me. I want you to claim this divine connection. The enemy of your soul thrives on your silence and your isolation, but there is explosive, chain-breaking power in your spoken word. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to use the voice I gave you. Out loud or fiercely and clearly deep within your heart, I want you to say, I belong to you, Jesus. Speak it again with just a little more conviction this time. Let the sound of your own voice cut through the heavy air of the room. I belong to you, Jesus. Feel the absolute authority of that claim. When you say those words, you are drawing a blood-bought boundary around your life that darkness cannot cross. You are reminding your anxiety, your depression, your debt, and your physical pain that they do not own you. You are not a slave to fear. You are not a prisoner to your past mistakes. You are the fiercely loved, deeply protected, heavily favored child of the Most High God. By speaking this micro-affirmation, you are taking the keys of your life and placing them firmly back into my hands. You are telling your restless soul to quiet down because its master is in the room. Hold on to that phrase. Whenever the panic tries to rise in your throat today, tomorrow, or next week, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and whisper, I belong to you, Jesus. Watch how quickly the storm within you obeys my command to be still. Now, I want you to take this internal spiritual victory and make it a physical, tangible reality. Faith requires action to root itself deeply into the soil of your life. Do not let this moment of profound peace simply slip away as you scroll to the next distraction. I want you to engage with this blessing right now. I'm not asking you to like or subscribe for the sake of a digital metric. I'm calling you to participate in a massive, collective outpouring of faith. I want you to scroll down right now and type Amen in the comments. What? Because when you type that word, you are essentially saying, let it be so. You are placing a permanent, visible marker on your timeline that says, on this day I met with God and I received His peace. I want you to look at the comment section and see the thousands of other believers, your brothers and sisters in Christ, who are also typing Amen. I want you to see that you are part of a massive global family of faith. You are part of an army of believers who are all finding healing in my presence at this very moment. Let the comment section become a cascading waterfall of faith, a living testament to my goodness. Let the sheer volume of amens be a shout of victory against the darkness. And then I want you to share this video. Share it with your family, your friends, or even on your public social media feed. Do not do this to grow a platform. Do this because it is a sacred act of digital ministry. Right now, there is someone on your contact list who is on the verge of giving up. There is someone you know who smiled at you yesterday but went home and cried themselves to sleep because they feel entirely abandoned by God. They are desperate for a sign. They are suffocating under the exact same exhaustion and silence you felt before you pressed play on this message. When you share this video, you become my vessel. You become the conduit through which my healing presence travels from this sanctuary into theirs. You become the answer to their desperate, tear-soaked prayer. Let us flood the digital world, a place so often filled with toxicity, comparison, and despair, with the radical, life-altering light of my love. Stay with me, my child. The healing has begun, but I have so much more to reveal to you. The peace you feel right now is just the beginning. I am about to show you exactly why you have been waiting so long, and I am going to reveal the incredible breakthrough that is standing right at your door. Do not move. Do not break this connection. The best is yet to come. My child, let us step even deeper into this sanctuary of truth. Now that your heart is resting in my peace, we must address the heavy, agonizing question that has been burning in your soul for so long. It is the question that keeps you awake in the midnight hours and shadows your thoughts during the day. You have asked me, sometimes in loud, desperate frustration and other times in exhausted, breathless whispers, Lord, why have you been so silent? Why hasn't my breakthrough come yet? Have you forgotten about me? I see the immense pain of your waiting. I know exactly how much it hurts when you feel like you are doing everything right, when you are holding onto your faith, trying to be a good person, working incredibly hard, yet you see no visible results. You look at your life and you feel completely, hopelessly stuck. You feel trapped in a season that has vastly overstayed its welcome, spinning your wheels in the mud while everyone else seems to be effortlessly passing you by, moving into their seasons of harvest. I know the quiet sting of watching others receive the exact miracles you have been fasting, praying, and believing for. First, let me assure you of this absolute, unshakable truth. Not a single word you have spoken to me has been lost in the void. I value every single prayer you have ever offered. I do not just hear the grand, eloquent prayers spoken in church. I hear the messy ones. I hear the car prayers you speak on your daily commute while gripping the steering wheel in frustration. I hear the shower prayers, where your tears mix with the water so you can hide your weeping from your family. I hear the silent, heavy thoughts that cross your mind when you do not even have the vocabulary or the energy to explain your pain. Even your exhaustion is a prayer to me. Whether it is a bold declaration of faith or a fleeting, fragile wish for deliverance, I cherish every single one of them. Your prayers are collected, cataloged, and held incredibly close to my heart. I have never ignored you for a fraction of a second. But my beloved, you must completely reframe how you understand my silence. Human beings so often equate silence with absence. But in my kingdom, silence is the sound of intense, divine labor. My silence is never, ever abandonment. It is not an absence of love, nor is it a denial of your deepest requests. When I am quiet, it is because I am intimately, intensely at work behind the scenes of your life, orchestrating things on a level you cannot yet comprehend. Think of a master architect tasked with building a magnificent, towering skyscraper. Before the building can reach into the clouds, the workers must dig deep into the earth. The site is noisy, messy, and filled with dirt. To the untrained passerby, it looks like a disaster. It looks as though they are going backward, digging down into the dark mud instead of building upward into the light. And this excavation phase takes an incredibly long time. But the architect knows a crucial secret. If that foundation is not dug deep, if the concrete is not poured solid, the entire magnificent structure will violently collapse the moment a storm arrives. Your life, my child, is my ultimate masterpiece. The hardship you have been experiencing, the stagnation you feel so profoundly frustrated by, is not a punishment. It has been a divine, necessary excavation. I am building a foundation within you so solid, so unshakable, that when I finally pour out the immense blessing I have prepared for you, you will have the spiritual and emotional capacity to actually hold it without crumbling under its weight. What you have called being stuck, I call preparation. During this long, quiet season, I have been meticulously digging into the soil of your heart. I have been removing the hidden rocks of deep-seated insecurity. I have been pulling up the bitter roots of toxic attachments, tearing away the shifting sands of false comforts, and breaking generational cycles that you did not even realize were holding you back. I had to let you reach the end of your own strength so that you would fully lean on mine. I had to strip away the temporary things you were depending on so you could discover that I am your only true, unfailing source. If I had given you the monumental blessing you asked for exactly when you first asked for it, it would have crushed you. You were not ready to carry it. The relationships, the opportunities, the financial breakthrough, if I had handed them over prematurely, you would have mismanaged them, or worse, they would have become idols that pulled your heart away from me. I love you entirely too much to give you a premature blessing. I love you too much to let you settle for a shallow foundation when you were destined to touch the sky. So I want you to redefine this hardship right now. The waiting is not a penalty, it is a profound, loving preparation. Every tear you have shed during this silent season has been watering the seeds of your coming harvest. The intense pressure you feel is simply the friction of your life being shifted into perfect divine alignment. Behind the curtain of your current reality, I am moving pieces on a chessboard you cannot see. I am orchestrating circumstances. I am speaking to the hearts of people who hold the keys to doors you need opened. I am shifting resources, removing obstacles, and delaying certain timelines just to ensure that when your miracle finally arrives, it is flawless. It will not be a temporary fix or a fleeting moment of relief. It will be a permanent, generational shift that changes the trajectory of your entire life. I know you are so tired of fighting, but I need you to hold on just a little while longer. The stagnation is finally breaking. The dark, heavy clouds of this prolonged winter are beginning to part, and the dawn is about to break over your life in a spectacular fashion. The period of silent excavation is coming to an end, and the building phase is about to begin. When the breakthrough comes, it will happen suddenly. Doors that have been rusted shut for years will swing wide open with a single breath from my spirit. Opportunities that you thought had passed you by will circle back, bigger and better than before. The peace, the provision, and the profound joy that will flood your life will completely wash away the agonizing memory of this drought. You will look back at this exact season, this painful, confusing silence, and you will weep with profound gratitude, because you will finally see how perfectly I was protecting you and preparing you the entire time. Do not let the current reality trick you into believing that I have stopped working. Do not let the enemy whisper that your best days are behind you. Your greatest chapters have not even been written yet. I am the God of the sudden turnaround. I am the God who parts the Red Sea when your back is against the wall. I am the God who brings dead things back to life, and I am breathing fresh, vibrant life into your dreams right now. Take a deep breath, my child. Inhale the promise of what is to come. Exhale the frustration of the wait. You are standing on the very edge of your promised land. The silence is breaking. The miracle is in motion. Trust in my timing, for it is flawless, and trust in my love, for it is fierce, protective, and completely devoted to your ultimate good. My precious child, as we draw closer to the culmination of this divine appointment, I need you to listen to me with an even deeper level of focus. We are approaching a holy threshold. The healing has begun, the foundation has been laid, and the promise of your breakthrough has been spoken into existence. But right now, at this exact moment, I must issue a vital warning. I must place a shield around your mind because the atmosphere is about to shift, and your endurance is about to be tested. Notice what is happening right now, either in your mind or in your immediate environment. You might suddenly feel a restless, almost unexplainable urge to click away from this message. You might feel a sudden spike of false urgency whispering that you have other things to do, that you need to check another application, respond to a message, or return to the endless list of chores waiting for you. Perhaps a notification has just flashed across your screen, or a stray, anxious thought has suddenly hijacked your attention, trying to pull you out of the profound peace we have just established. Do not give in to it. Do not look away. Recognize this sudden restlessness for exactly what it is. This is not a coincidence. This is not just your modern, fast-paced attention span naturally fading. It is a calculated, deliberate spiritual distraction. You must understand that you are not just a physical being living in a physical world. You are a deeply spiritual being, and there is a very real, unseen battle raging over your destiny. The enemy of your soul, the dark forces that thrive on your anxiety, your stagnation, and your despair, knows exactly what is at stake today. They can see the spiritual shift happening within you right now. They know that you are standing on the absolute precipice of a massive, life-altering breakthrough. And they are absolutely terrified of what will happen if you receive the full completion of this blessing. Dark forces operate almost entirely by distraction. They cannot stop my hand, they cannot cancel my promises, and they cannot touch your soul, so they rely on a single cowardly tactic. They try to make you walk away from the table just moments before your miraculous meal is served. They thrive on making you lose focus. They want to steal the seed of this divine word before it has the chance to take deep root in the soil of your heart. They know that if they can just get you to close this video, to swipe away to something meaningless, they can drag you right back into the cycle of exhaustion and silence that you were trapped in before you arrived here. I am inoculating you against these distractions right now. I am telling you in advance exactly what the enemy will try to do, so that when the urge to leave arises, and it will frequently increase as we reach the final minutes of this message, you will not be caught off guard. You will see the trap for what it is, and you will have the spiritual authority to step right over it. Remaining here, staying with me until the very last second of this message, is no longer just about passively listening to a video. It has transformed into a profound spiritual test of your endurance, your commitment, and your faith. It is a test to see what you value more in this exact moment: the fleeting, hollow distractions of the world or the eternal, life-giving presence of your Creator. I am releasing conditional blessings today, my child. What does that mean? It means that the final, monumental outpouring of favor, clarity, and breakthrough that I have reserved for the end of this appointment is entirely dependent upon your willingness to stay. It is conditional upon your ability to listen and your desire to obey my gentle command to remain still. I cannot pour fresh, overflowing water into a vessel that will not stay under the fountain. I cannot hand you the keys to your new season if you walk out of the room before I have finished speaking. Think about the sheer magnitude of what you are waiting for. You have spent months, perhaps even years, crying out for this miracle. You have endured sleepless nights, heavy burdens, and agonizing silence. You have paid a high price in tears and perseverance to get to this very day. Are you really going to let a momentary digital distraction steal the reward you have waited so long to receive? Are you going to let a text message, a social media notification, or a sudden, fleeting thought of boredom rob you of the divine impartation that is meant to change your life? I want you to plant your feet firmly in the Spirit right now. Draw a line in the sand of your mind. Make a fierce, immovable decision that you will not be moved. I want you to say to yourself, I will receive all that God has for me today. I will not be distracted. I will not be rushed. I will not fail this test. By choosing to stay, you are actively participating in a massive spiritual victory. Every single second you remain focused on my voice is a devastating blow to the forces of darkness that want to keep you chained to your past. Every moment you refuse to click away is a powerful, undeniable declaration that your desire for my presence is vastly stronger than the chaotic noise of the world. You are proving that you are finally ready to handle the weight of the blessing I am about to bestow upon you. I know the tension is rising. I know the pull of the world is strong. The enemy will whisper, "You've heard enough. You get the point. You can leave now." But that is the voice of a thief trying to pick the lock of your newly found peace. My voice is the one telling you to stay, to rest, and to finish what we have started together. You are a warrior of light, my beloved. You may feel tired, you may feel battered by the storms of this life, but in your spirit, you carry an unyielding strength that comes directly from me. This simple, seemingly small act of staying focused until the end is your triumph over the chaos. It is your ultimate display of trust. You are telling me, Lord, I trust you enough to give you my uninterrupted time. I trust you enough to wait for the final word. Do not let your guard down. As we transition into the sacred conclusion of our time together, the distractions may try one final, desperate search. Your mind might try to wander to tomorrow's worries or yesterday's regrets. When that happens, I want you to take a deep, steadying breath. Bring your attention back to the rhythm of my words. Bring your focus back to the warmth of my presence sitting right there in the room with you. Hold your ground, my child. The shield I have placed around you is impenetrable as long as you choose to stay within it. Refuse to let anything pull you away from the completion of this blessing. Keep listening. Keep receiving. Keep your heart wide open, because the final seal of this divine appointment, the sacred mission that will activate your breakthrough, is at hand. You are passing the test. You are winning the battle. Now, let us move together into the final glorious step of your miracle. My precious child, you have stayed. You have held your ground. You have fought off the shadows of distraction, and you have passed this holy test of faith. You chose my presence over the chaotic noise of the world, and because you have honored this time with me, I am now releasing the full, unhindered weight of my blessing over your life. I decree that the heavy burdens you carried into this space are no longer yours to bear. I am replacing your profound exhaustion with a supernatural, sustaining energy. I am replacing your deeply rooted anxieties with a crystal clear, unshakable vision for your future. The season of agonizing waiting is over. Before you step back into the fast-paced world, I have one final sacred mission for you. Your interaction with this message today is not a mere digital transaction. It is a profound spiritual declaration. I am calling you to physically manifest your faith one last time. I want you to type Amen in the comments below. Do not do this out of empty routine or mindless habit. Do it as a fierce, intentional confirmation that you are receiving every single ounce of healing, every promise of profound peace, and every massive breakthrough I have spoken over your life today. When you type that word, envision it as a physical, unbreakable seal upon a divine contract between you and me. It is a contract of my unconditional love and my unfailing provision. Let your Amen join the thousands of others in the comments, creating a massive, undeniable chain of faith that terrifies the darkness and glorifies my kingdom. And now, I ask you to take this radiant light and give it away. I want you to share this message. There is someone else out there, perhaps a close friend, a beloved family member, or even a distant acquaintance on your timeline, who is drowning in the exact same exhaustion and deafening silence you felt before you arrived here today. They are sitting in the dark, quietly weeping, desperately asking me for a sign. They are on the absolute verge of giving up completely. When you share this video, you are sending a rescue boat into a stormy sea. You become my chosen vessel. You become my hands and feet in a desperately hurting world. By sending this to them, you become the deliverer of their answered prayer, extending the very lifeline they need to survive another day. My beloved, step forward into your day carrying this unshakable foundation within your soul. The silence is permanently broken. The miracle is already in spectacular motion. You are loved beyond human measure, protected beyond your wildest comprehension, and blessed beyond your greatest dreams. I am with you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Go in my grace,